Today, the crypto mining community is mourning the loss of a dear friend who I actually consider more than a friend. I consider family. He is someone who has always been there for me, especially over the past couple years. A lot of you may know about my eye issues. However, what you may not know is that about a year and a half ago, my fiance actually left me, basically saying I was over dramatic about everything, and there were two people that were really there for me. One was Red Panda Mining, and the other was Erik, Ovalbore Tech. And through everything, Ovalbore and I became really close friends, both in and out of crypto. And I don't even really know what to say at this point. Basically, over the past couple days, we found out that he has tragically passed away. And if you're in the crypto space, especially if you're in the mining space, you know that he did tons of content around GPU mining. He was a massive asset to the crypto mining industry, especially the segment on YouTube that was really trying to educate people. And for him, it was, it was a passive income, but it was also a massive hobby. And you don't do what he did unless it really is a hobby at its core. And so that's kind of where him and I ticked, because for both of us, mining was a hobby. And he always strived for GPU mining efficiency. So he was a massive advocate for GPU mining. He did CPU mining. He was pretty much anti-ASIC. He did time of day mining. And so a lot of what he did was GPU mining on schedules based on his power rates. It was a very smart way to play things. And so he had always strived for efficiency. So if you've been around the space for any period of time, you've probably come across either any of his overclocking videos or his live streams, which were dubbed overclocking. And he did a wonderful job helping the community dial in overclocks for pretty much every card. He was a massive GPU miner. A lot of people may not realize the scale that he had, which was pretty extravagant, to the point where he has tested probably every single consumer GPU and a whole lot of workstations / commercial GPUs as well, to identify optimal efficiency. And he had everything on different spec coins. He's done really well. He was even kind of in the IoT space. He was one of the first to really take a gamble on Helium CBRS. So he had a couple of those 5G CBRS hotspots that did really well for him. And yeah, this is really hard. He really went above and beyond for everybody in the community. I could give you countless examples where he remoted into my rigs, tuned them, remoted into other people's rigs and tuned them to try to find optimal efficiency, to the point where actually, I think it was last week, it was either last week or the week before, I sent him one of my rigs. I said, hey, can you dial this in? It's a card nobody mines on. Nobody should be mining on it. However, it was the perfect card for my specific situation. He went in one night after work. He pinged me as soon as he got home from work. And he went in and he started doing tuning. And he said, hey, can I hard reboot this if it crashes? I said, no problem. Went in, tuned everything. That rig rebooted a bunch of times, but he got everything dialed in for me and essentially dropped the power by about 5 watts, but dropped the temps by about 20 degrees and maintained the same hash rate. Phenomenal overclocker, especially at AMD. He was also really good on the NVIDIA side, but he was extremely good with SoC overclocks, tons of overclocks. And really, that's because he had a passion for it. He really strived to achieve best efficiency. And if it was a 0.001 difference, he would let you know that exact efficiency. Again, you don't get to that unless you have a passion for it. everything he had a passion for that him and I share in common is he was not a fan of Zilliqa. As you guys probably know, I'm not a fan of Zilliqa, and we kind of both had the same take on it, rather, that it's a detriment to other blockchains, right? You're mining, and then every hour or every hour and a half for a span of 1 to 5 minutes, you are dropping off of the network that you're mining to mine Zil, and then you're hopping back over onto the network. If everybody in the world did that, then essentially that chain could potentially halt for up to 5 minutes, which is not good, especially on a lot of these newer, faster blockchains. Now, as long as hash rate stays on there, it really becomes a difficulty adjustment point for those blocks, but we've always seen that as a detriment. In addition, not a big fan of Vast. I'm not really a big fan of Vast either. However, I see its value. And the reason that we weren't big fans of those is because we saw miners pulling off of networks and moving on to Vast AI. So we shared basically, that common take that, hey, why are they just gonna pull everything off? They could continue mining, hold the coins, and then sell them or use them during the bull run as they see fit, instead of moving to a platform that is paying you in fiat currency. We were both really big advocates for the crypto space and pretty much maintaining crypto mining throughout all. We weren't real big into chasing profits, things like that. A lot of it was identify a coin that you're interested in, mine it for as long as you want to mine it, and then hold it and maybe sell it, maybe swap it into something more stable like Bitcoin or anything like that. And so he was a really close friend to me. Everything I've just talked about is really on the crypto side because this is a crypto-centric channel. However, there are lots of things that he did for me outside of crypto that I am forever grateful for. He, as I mentioned, more than acquaintance, more than a friend, more than just somebody I met, through the crypto community, he really was family. Every day we talked. I don't think there was a day that went by that we didn't talk about pretty much anything that was going on. And it's really hard. He loved the community so much, and not just the mining side, the crypto side as well. But above all, he loved the people. A lot of you may not know this, but him and I were in a lot of trading channels as well. So not just mining, chats, and live streams. We're in a lot of trading channels. I could name an endless amounts just off the top of my head. A couple of the bigger crypto channels that we were in and day out. Miss Teen Crypto, Randy Hipper's channel. Frankie handles, and there are a lot. Alexo Crypto, in that channel a lot. Always going back and forth in chat, engaging with the traders. We've really gained not that it's our audience, but we became friends with a lot of people just in the crypto space in general, and not just in the mining space. And so he had that ability to engage, reach out, become friends with pretty much anybody, and have a good time in live streams. And then obviously on the mining side, somewhat blunt on how he felt about certain things, which is perfectly fine. I think we should all do that. I think we should make it known that what our opinions are, but also realize that other people can have differing opinions, and we were able to do that, right? We didn't see eye to eye on every single topic, and we listened, heard each other's side, and then formulated our own conclusion on how we wanted to move forward. He was really good at providing me advice, but never telling me, hey, why would you do this? That's stupid. Don't do that. He would point out any pros and cons to a decision I was trying to make, and just essentially help educate me on both sides of it, without trying to push me in one direction or the other. And it's a massive, massive detriment to lose him for the crypto mining scene. It's one thing saying, that he had spectacular videos, all of that, which is all true. But on a personal level, he was really close with a lot of us, and a lot of us are losing a very dear friend and have lost a very dear friend. Another thing you may not know about Ovalbore is he also was real big in the cars. He has a car YouTube channel, or he did, and a couple days before his passing, him and I had a conversation, and he wanted to kind of try to revive the car channel. And so that was a goal of his, that he felt that he was neglecting it since he was doing so much crypto content. He really wanted to get back into the car content, and unfortunately, he didn't get that chance. He had a really nice car collection. He was a certified mechanic, did all the work himself. If you've seen him in chats and people mention Lambo, you know that he was a big advocate for, hey, it's Lamborghini, it's not Lambo, or it's Ferrari, it's not Ferrari. He was real big on full names and proper English, which always made for a trip in chats when he was correcting people in chat. It was always a good time. But just a couple things before I close out that I did want to mention is, some of the things that he was really big into that a lot of people may not know. So obviously crypto, mining, GPU tuning, efficiency. The car side, as I mentioned, he had a really nice car collection that he amassed through his short lifespan. He also was real big into food and wine. And in fact, we've got a bottle of cab right here in honor of Oval. So this is a Pfeiffer Pavard. It's a 2015. It's actually date night. And obviously his cats, he had two wonderful cats that a lot of people, especially if you've watched his live streams, you've seen both of those cats on stream. He loved them so much. A lot of times you may have seen hashtag Cats of Crypto in streams, and that really started with a really small community of crypto cat lovers. And he was a big part of that. Another thing you may have seen, which was kind of, it was always a nod at me, but you may have seen him, especially over the past year, use the hashtag Team Mr. Yi. That was something that he did specifically for me, that had something to go on with my personal life, and I will never ever forget any of the streams, any of the stuff that he taught us, the value that he brought us, but most importantly, the friendship and the camaraderie that he brought to me and to everything that got me to where I am. I would not be here today filming this video without him. I am forever grateful to Erik, aka Ovalbore, aka Ovalbore Tech, depending what circle you came from. And we shared a lot of common interests with the cars, with the crypto. There was a lot of things outside of just crypto that we shared a passion on. And I just wanted to do a quick video kind of just remembering Ovalbore, aka Erik. He was truly a dear friend, and as I mentioned earlier in the video, he was always there for me. No matter what I was going through, positive or negative, if I needed somebody to talk to, he was always there. He never said no. I would message him. He would literally be under his car working, doing an oil change on a Lamborghini, doing something, and he would stop and message me back almost immediately. or to at least let me know he's in the garage, or give me the answer he needs if he knew it off the top, or the answer I needed if he knew it off the top of his head. He bent over backwards for pretty much everybody in the space, and I just wanted to put this video out here as a remembrance of such a dear friend that he was to me and to so many people in the crypto space. And I'm just gonna end this video with a small little slideshow of just some recent photos from Oval, the garage, you know, maybe some photos that he had at the bar, and that's it. Thank you. Please, 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 if you've ever interacted with Oval in any sense, please leave a comment below with anything positive that he may have brought to your life. Just let's fill this comment section with love for Erik and for the whole Ovalbore family.